Let's do a restorative flow for hips. This is perfect for before any relaxing time or bedtime. All you'll need is a hard surface to practice on, maybe even a bed. I suppose you could do a bed, but hard surface is just nicer for providing more support against your hip, and a block or a pillow. Let's start off in child's pose. This is my favorite child's pose for getting into hips. You can have a block or pillow nearby if you want to use underneath your forehead. So all you'll do is set your knees mat distance apart, your big toes together. I'm going to place my forehead on a block for starting off. And then I feed both of my arms in between my knees. You want to start sending your breath to your low back, to your hips. Inhaling smoothly through your nose, past your throat. Filling your belly with so much breath that you can feel it pressing into your arms or into the tops of your thighs. Pausing at the top, and then exhale evenly, matching your inhale. And start letting your shoulders and your hips melt. Let's take 5 more cycles of breath here. My back starting to feel a lot more open, and as are my hips, so I can bring myself closer to the earth. Once you've brought a sensation of relaxation and softness to your hips, imagine all that relaxation transferring to other parts of your body. So your eyeballs can start to get heavy, your ears can start to get heavy, your jaw. All take an exhale together. Fullest inhale. Pause at the top, and you can open your mouth to sigh. Imagining a deflated balloon, and this is your body now, released of all that pressure and stress. Okay, gradually transition your way up to seated. Into Cobbler's pose, sometimes called butterfly pose. The nice thing about this pose is you can choose the depth that you stretch at. If you want a more mellow stretch, your feet go further away from your sit bones. If you want to feel more intense stretch, they go closer to your sit bones. Wherever your feet land, just make sure to remove the flesh from underneath your sit bones so you can feel even. I'm going to have my block nearby so that I can use it on my head. From here, place your hands onto your shins or onto your ankles, depending on where your feet are. Allow yourself to curl down into a cat back, chin to chest, and feeling a major C curve of your spine. And then from here, we're going to pull into our shins, lift our shoulders up, our heart up, shoulders back down now. Big inhale into our cow back, and then exhale back into your cat. Just gonna take 2 more of these. Inhale, gliding forward and up, shoulders back and down, big belly, and then exhale, pulling your belly button to your spine as you find this flexion in your spine. Inhale, gliding through one more time. And exhale. Feeling the curvature of your vertebrae. From here, come back into a neutral spine, so shoulders are down, core is engaged. We'll inhale to grow tall, extending your spine, maybe gently pulling into your shins. And then exhale, simply send your chin towards your toes without altering your spine. So it's still gonna stay neutral. Inhale, pushing through your sit bones, growing from the crown of your head. And exhale, send your nose towards your toes. Inhale, growing tall, maintaining that neutral spine. And exhale, forehead towards your toes. Now you may not have moved that much, you may have moved a lot. Whatever you're doing, you can still breathe comfortably and you've maintained that sense of relaxation. From here, one more inhale, growing tall. And now you can grab onto your folded pillow or to a block. I'm going to stack my fists so my forehead reaches, and we're going to make contact with whatever we're using to relax our spine now in a gentle flexion. If it feels comfortable for you, you can choose to rest one cheekbone. You can do stacked hands, flat hands, or stay on your pillow. Sending your breath to your hips, relaxing your jaw. And if you've chosen to take the cheekbone option, we're going to keep things even. Switch up the stacking of your hands or your fists, and then switch up the direction you're facing, or the direction that, or the cheekbone that's laying down on your hands. Just getting a really nice gentle neck release here to working all along the spine. Keeping your jaw relaxed, your fingers soft. And on your next inhale, gently bring everything back to center. And bring yourself back up to seated, removing the block or the pillow. And you can actually keep that on standby sleeping pigeon, which is quite relaxing. This does involve bringing weight onto your knees. So if that's something that's not available for you, you can come to lie down on your back. I'll show you the back modification first. To your back. And taking a figure 4 pose. Bringing your one hand through the window of your legs, the other hand on the outside, and grabbing the back of your hamstring or the top of your calf, your shin bone, making sure that the top foot stays flexed. So whatever foot is on the top here will stay flexed. Your bottom foot can stay relaxed. And we do that just to protect the knee. Coming onto tabletop, start off with the left leg. So bring your left knee behind your left wrist. Pivot your left foot so that your left heel is underneath your pubic bone. Take a quick look to your right foot leg and see that it's stretched out straight behind you. So it's lined up with your ankle, knee, and hip. And all we'll do here is inhale to reach our heart forward, maybe even coming up onto fingertips. And then exhale, start to bend into your elbows. This might be your stop here. This is where your block can come in handy. It can serve as a headrest. Again, keeping your neck nice and long. You can bring it to another height here. Then the third lowest height. You can also use a pillow for that, a different foldedness. And then your other option is to come onto stacked hands, or once again, place one cheekbone. Facing the bent knee will be the less invasive stretch for your neck. If you are up for a challenge or want to experience a different type of neck stretch, you can face away from your bent knee. It's just a different experience. It's not necessarily that one's harder than the other. This is a really great space to feel your breath and the depth of your inhale. So see how much you can push your belly into your bent leg. Pausing at the top and then exhale, softening out. I like to imagine myself as pancake batter on a hot grill. It just keeps smoothing out until it reaches its edge. Staying here for 2 more cycles of breath. And as always, if at any point in time your knee is speaking to you, you just take this pose on your back. One last exhale here. Let's inhale fully together. Open your mouth to sigh. Pushing through your forearms, making your way back to tabletop. We'll make our way into the other side. So right knee now behind right wrist. Pivot on your right ankle. So again, the right heel comes underneath your pubic bone. Send your left leg out long, taking a quick peek that it is in line. All your joints are in line. Inhale to come tall, maybe onto your fingertips. Lengthen your heart forward, take an inhale. And then exhale, coming down onto your elbows. Option to use your block. Once again, to explore the different stages and feel supported. And as always, you can choose where you want to go with this. So if your body is more comfortable with more support on your head and your upper body, you're staying more upright, you do that. If your ligaments and your muscles and your tendons are ready to surrender more to the force of gravity, you can also do that too. Okay, and if you took the cheekbone variation, whichever way you looked, take the same one too. So if you looked at the same direction as your bent knee, go back to that position. If you decided to test out and see what it looks like on the other side, you can go back to that. But whatever you did on the first side, try to stay consistent with it on this side. Once again, testing your body, seeing how the breath feels on this side. No two sides are created equally. Of course, we move our body through the world differently with our dominant side versus our less dominant side. And because of that, you're going to experience a different stretch every time, which is pretty cool and also tells you what's going on in your body. Staying here for 2 more cycles of breath. Let's all exhale together. Take a really big inhale. Open your mouth to sigh. And on your next inhale, start gathering your core muscles, pushing into your hands and making your way back to seated, or making a stop in tabletop if you needed to. And that's all we're going to do today. Thank you.